AJ's Flicks, and today I'm just going to give a little rant on something I feel is becoming more and more irritating to me over the past couple of years. Yeah. So, school's back in now. It's been about a month and a half. I gotta say, it's kind of boring. I mean, it's just the same old, just useless information. I gotta talk to people I really don't want anything to do with. Same old. But now that I'm a junior, I'm trying to speak my mind and become open about my thoughts and everything. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in how much the school wastes my time. Now, I know and understand that a lot of people don't like listening to these rants and everything, but I feel like my opinion is more valued than yours. So, if you would care to partake in my journey into what I believe are the 5 true things that schools teach you, I'll welcome anyone who argues me. I'll welcome criticism, anyone who disagrees. I'll welcome all of that. So here we go. The first thing that schools teach us unintentionally is self-respect and respect towards others. So, of course, we as humans are imperfect. We like to bottle up our emotions and just kind of ignore everything that bothers us and annoys us. But we really have to learn how to respect ourselves as human beings. We are imperfect. Every one of us has certain flaws that make us upset with ourselves. I have reading disabilities, and yet I love to write. So I'm kind of fixing my problems by doing something that also helps in it. And respecting others is just kind of real world, you have to show respect to get respect. You're not going to agree with everyone, but I think that if you can respect their opinions, respect their thoughts and everything, then everything should be good. The second thing that school teaches us is discipline. Now, I'm in a blended course, which means there are certain days in which I don't have to go to class because it's an online class. Excuse me. And basically what that means is I can just sit around for my first hour and not do anything. I always get the work done because I discipline myself. I teach myself that if I don't get the stuff done, then there will be consequences. It's just that easy. And this is important because in the real world, when we have a job, we're not going to be told what we have to do. We just have to know that it has to get done. So I think this is a really helpful and important life lesson. The third, and probably my personal favorite or my most valued, is critical thinking. If you know anything about me, you know that I like to think through everything I do. I don't like to just go in for just go for it. I like to slow down, take my time, and assess the situation. Think of every possible variable that will make this go wrong. Think of escape plans or escape routes in which, if it does go wrong, how can I get out of this? And that's just the way I am. I enjoy to do this thing. I enjoy to do that. Schools do teach us this. I feel like in math class and in science classes, we're told to just think of how would you solve this equation. And if it's y equals mx plus b, I can do that. But when it comes to something I haven't learned yet, how to find the area of an octagon, which I have learned, it's just I don't remember how to do it, then it just becomes useless. and I won't remember it because I know I'm not going to need to know how to do that. So, I mean, just take your time, think it through, come up with everything that could go wrong, and find a way to assure yourself that it doesn't. It's just that easy. The fourth, being able to think on our own. Yeah, I'm sure this is a little contradictory to what I'm doing. I'm telling you, this is what you learn in school that is actually important. You can take from this, you cannot. You can choose not to. It doesn't bother me at all. I feel mostly what I say is accurate. I feel as though my opinion, it's not more value than anyone else's. It's just I have self-experience. I have statistics that prove what I'm saying to be true. But like, feel free to contradict me. Feel free to support me. Whatever you want. Feel free to do that. And the fifth thing, and definitely the most important of all, being social. Without school, like, a lot of us would have hard times finding friends, talking to people, and I feel like this is a very important life lesson that schools unintentionally teach us. The reason for that is because, we're forced to communicate with people who we don't know or maybe wouldn't even consider getting to know. I know from my own experience that as someone who enjoys anime TV shows, I didn't think there was anyone else who was as passionate as I am about them. And I'm not saying I wear anime t-shirts. Obviously I don't. This is a Hard Rock Cafe sweatshirt, and I have my blank gray t-shirt. So I'm not that into them, but I watched every episode of Naruto. I've watched every episode of Naruto Shippuden. I've watched Death Note. I'm watching Fullmetal Alchemist, and I love it. I think it's great. And I didn't think there were other people like me that also enjoyed these things, and I was wrong. There are a lot of people who I've come to enjoy being around, who have similar interests to me, who have similar interests with me. Excuse me for that. And like, just be yourself. That's the most important thing you can learn in school, is just be yourself, do what you want to do. Just because other people do it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. This has been BJ's Clicks. Thanks for listening.